Okie doke, I'll pop you in the first posture. I'll go and demonstrate it and I'll come back to check if anyone else arrives. So, welcome to your yoga practice today. We're going to start in a reclined butterfly posture. So the soles of the feet come to touch. There's a wide diamond shape of the legs. The knees flop out to the side. You then use your arms to help you to come down onto your back, and option to have the arms by the sides, or you can interlace the fingers and support behind the base of the head with the elbows out wide here. And that just helps to feel into a little bit of opening across the chest. If this doesn't feel right for your legs for any reason, you can always pop your feet on the sides of the mat and have the knees knocking in to touch each other instead. So perhaps play around with both postures and see which one you like best. Hey Jordan, nice to have you here. So as you lay back in your reclined butterfly posture, or with your feet on the floor with the knees knocking in, you can start to gently guide your awareness to your breath. And our intention this morning, or this lunchtime with our practice, is to make space with yoga. We've got Scout here as well. Hello. So the eyes are closed, you're focusing on the breath, and we're starting to feel into this intention of making space, of creating space, or simply noticing the space that was always there to begin with. So we're talking about the space in the body. So we're going to be making space through a series of postures. And also, we can also talk about the space we might be making in the mind, or the space that we're physically carving out in our days just by being here, by showing up to the practice. And a really simple way to begin feeling into the space in the body is to really notice the places that the breath travels on the inhale, the space that gets filled up, and then the space that gets left behind on the exhale when the breath leaves the body. Breath enters through the nostrils, fills up the space in the body, fills up the belly. Breath exits through the nostrils, exiting that space. And as you're lying back in your reclined butterfly, you might notice a space in the chest, space in the hips. And take a little moment here, lying back, to check in with your body. How does everything feel today? Is the body able to relax quite easily? Does it feel a little stressed? Is the mind wandering, or is the mind focused? We're not noticing in order to judge or try to change anything. We're noticing to bring awareness, to observe, and really to welcome ourselves as we are in this moment. So you're welcome to arrive on the space you've created on your mat, in whatever state that you are in currently. Blink the eyes open. Use your hands to help your knees come together, and we'll hug the knees and rock from side to side. Massaging out the back on the floor. From there, stack your heels up above the hips. Draw the toes down towards the body, so you've got long legs. It's okay if the knees bend a bit here. Take the arms up behind the body. Inhale where you are. And exhale, feel the belly draw down to the back. Inhale, belly balloons out. Exhale, draw belly down towards the back. And keep breathing like this as you notice the spine lengthen on the floor. The lower back spreads down into the mat. And then we'll bring movement in. So inhale, belly balloons out. Exhale, right arm comes up, right leg comes down. Hover right leg, hover right arm just above the mat. Inhale, everything back to original position. Exhale, hug in lower belly, lower left arm, lower left leg, hover just above the mat. Inhale, back to original position. Exhale, right side, hover just above the mat. Inhale, original position. Exhale, left side. Keep going at your own pace. If it becomes too much, you can bring the arms by the side, bend the knees, and lower the heels with the legs bent. So I'm demonstrating that other option now. But wherever you're at, whichever option you've chosen, let the movement be really slow and controlled. The slower that you go, the more strength that you'll build, because you're not using momentum. You're really using the core engagement when you move slowly. Nice, keep going. I'm going to count from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the legs relax, let the arms relax. Take up as much space as you want to on your mat, so you can really spread your legs wide, spread your arms wide if you do have this space. And if you don't have the space, get creative. So my right arm is hitting the wall here, so I'm going to take it up over my head instead. Take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, you can slowly bring the knees to the chest. Bring the hands just behind the thighs and rock and roll up and down the mat. Until you come up to a seated position. And we'll come into our all fours here. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, the shoulders roll back, the chest rolls forward. As you exhale, you round into the back, hug the belly up, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop your belly, soften your elbows, shine the chest forward. Exhale, take the gaze in as you round the back. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, push the ground to round the back. Take a few more breaths following your own rhythm here for your cat-cows, mobilizing the spine. And then come to a neutral position with the back. So you've got your 10 fingers spread, you're pushing the ground, the back is flat. From there, take the right knee out to the side, kind of like when a dog lifts its leg to pee. Flex your right foot. And your body's going to really want to veer off to the left here. So try to ensure that you keep equal pressure between the right and the left hand. Maybe even push a little bit more through the right. And then either stay here with the right knee lifted, or another option is to take the left arm by the side in a similar shape. So in this right angle shape. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Take big circle here. Bringing a bit of fluidity into the movement in contrast to that static position. Move around the other way, exploring the space in the body as you roll through your circles. Then come back to stillness, 10 fingers spread, pressing into the floor. Hug the lower belly up towards the back, push the ground, take the gaze to the floor, and pop the left knee up, flex the left foot. So this time you'll want to veer off to the right here. So check everything stays strong in the central line here. From there, You can focus on keeping that left knee raised, or if you do want to add a bit more, take the right arm out to the side, palm facing down. Right elbow in line with shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back to all fours, big toes together, knees as wide as the mat. Start to rock a little bit from side to side, patting the left hand and the right hand until your chest gets lower and lower and lower. And the only option left is to drop the head, drop the arms to the ground. Let the head be heavy, let the arms relax. Sink the bum back towards the heels. Pop a little cushion between the bum and the heels if it's more comfortable. And then come back to your breath. Take a big deep inhale into any sticky parts between the shoulder blades. Let the exhale carry away tension. Inhale, feel the upper back puff out. Exhale, feel the shoulders relax. Still noticing exactly what space in the body the breath is filling up on the inhale and exactly what space is left behind on the exhale. Gently lift your head and bring your fingertips towards your knees. Take a moment here with the backs of the hands on the thighs, the palms facing up to the sky, and nod the chin all the way down to the chest here. You can close your eyes so you're feeling into a bit of a stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, take the gaze forward, and we'll come up to standing here. Give everything a shake before we come into our standing posture. And let's come to warrior two, starting with the right foot ahead. So the right foot is pointing to the short edge of the mat. You can wiggle it forward a little bit. Right knee is tracking over right ankle. Left toes are coming towards the long side of the mat. Open the arms up wide here. And roll the shoulders up, back and down a few times. So your arms kind of glide through the air like wings as you do this. And then reach the fingertips away from you so you're equally reaching back and forward. Take the gaze towards the middle finger of the right hand, the front hand. And feel the space that you're taking up here on your mat. Gently lower your left hand to your left hip here. Deliberately hug the lower belly in. Check your right knee still tracking over the right ankle. Flip right palm to sky. Inhale, lean forward with right arm. Exhale, hug lower belly in. Come up and back for reverse warrior. So your right hand is reaching over, your palms facing at the floor. Your right knee is still bent. Inhale, warrior two, long arms. Exhale, right forearm to the knee, left arm up to the sky. If you're working with a bind here, feel free to take it, or if you want to bring your right arm down. But if you find that that makes you bend forward like this, then stick with the right arm to the knee so you can really get that opening, that space across the chest. Okie dokie. You can give that front knee a break for a second. So take both toes pointing forward for a moment and shimmy the hips from side to side. And then pop the right toes to face the short edge of the mat again. We're coming into half moon. So you might find that you want to grab like a nearby chair or something for this, or you can use the floor for balance. We've still got our hips open to the long edge of the mat. You're going to start with your right fingertips to the floor, so bend into that right knee. Pull your weight down through the right foot And lift the left leg for half moon. You're reaching away through the left heel. Your left toes are coming up towards the head. You can keep your left hand on your left hip, or you can reach it up. You might also experiment with balance here. Or if you've got a wall handy, that's really useful to help with the balance. From here, we're going to see if we can silently lower the left foot. So take an inhale, start to bend into the right knee, slowly lower the back foot back to warrior two. 5-pointed star, arms spread, toes point out, spread your fingers. And here you can open your mouth and your eyes wide and even stretch the face. How much space can you take up with your body here? How wide and stretched can you make yourself? Great. Warrior two on the other side. So our left toes are pointing towards the short side of the mat. Our right toes are pointing towards the long side. Left knee over left ankle. Arms wide. Take the shoulders up, back and down a few times, letting the arms kind of slowly float up and down. And then spread the fingers, reach the fingertips away from each other. Take the gaze over the middle finger of the left hand. Slowly take your right hand to your right hip. Left palm faces the sky. Start to reach forward, inhale. Exhale, hug in lower belly, reach up and back with the left arm. Left knee stays bent over left ankle. From there, inhale, warrior two, spread the arms. Exhale, extended side angle, forearm to knee, right arm up, or always the option to come down or to take a bind if that's what you're working with. Inhale up. I'm going to quickly give my knees and my legs a bit of a break here before coming into half moon. Feel free to stay if everything's fine. My legs were screaming at me. Okay, cool, they're good to go again. So, from there, we're going to start to bend right into that left knee. Have the left fingers on the floor or on something that you can hold on to, so that your right heel reaches away, your right foot is flexed, and we're coming into half moon. We're steering the chest open to the long side of the mat, right hand to right hip or right hand to sky. Oh, it's very helpful having this thing to hold on to. Take a fixed point for your gaze to help with the balance, and don't worry if you wobble. Now we're going to see if we can silently lower our back foot. So begin to bend into the left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale to slowly, 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 silently lower warrior two. Come back to 5-pointed star again, taking up as much space as you can on the mat. You can even spread your legs super wide. Spread your arms. Take an inhale here. And an exhale to jump together. Then bring your feet just a little wider than hips width. Toes spike out to the sides. We're lowering down into Malasana, our yogi squat now. So you might want to shimmy from side to side here to get the hips really low. And then scooch the arms on the inside. If you need to sit on something or have the heels lifted or even come down like this, that's all good. And then wherever you're at, right fingertips to floor. Inhale, open up with the left arm, gaze up to the left. Exhale, left fingertips to floor. Inhale, right arm floats up, gaze to the right. Exhale, glide down. Inhale, left side opens, make space. Exhale, move into that space. Inhale, other side. Exhale, lower. Once more on each side in your own count. And then from your malasana, you're going to scoop the legs out in front of you. We're coming into staff pose, dandasana. So draw the little toe edges of the feet towards you. Reach away through the inner arches of the feet. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Take either the palms of the hands to the ground or the fingertips by the hips, depending on the length of your arms. Nod the chin to the chest, gaze down the nose towards your chest. And stay here for a few breaths. Keep reaching the heels away from the body. I like this posture because it doesn't look like you're doing much from the outside, but you can really feel how active it is when you're doing it. So keep your breath steady. From here, you're going to lightly gaze towards your big toes. Now, you can either bend the knees for this forward fold or you can keep the legs long. Feel into your body how it is for you. We're going to walk the fingertips forward ever so slightly so they're on the outsides of the thighs rather than the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. So what does it mean to lengthen the spine? It means that we move away from this kind of rounded position to scoop the chest up, to roll the shoulders back, and our spine lengthens. So inhale here. Exhale, hinge from your hips, keeping that length in the back so the chest and the belly bows forward. Walk your fingertips a little further. Inhale, length, lifting the chest up. Exhale, chest comes over and bows down. And then basically just keep using the breath to move in this way until you reach your edge, your limit, where you're stretching the backs of the legs but not pushing beyond your edge. And once you get there, you can nod the chin down, let the head be heavy so the back of the neck is long. Take a few deep breaths here, noticing again the space that the breath enters in the body on the inhale and the places that the breath leaves on the exhale. Inhale to come back up. We're coming into a straddle position next. So we're going to scoop our legs out to the sides. You might have bent knees here, you might have long legs. You're going to reach away through the heels again and draw the toes in towards the body there. Take the padded parts of your fingertips behind you so that you can roll the shoulders back and lift the chest up, tilt the chin up. And imagine here that you can actually breathe all the way down to the bowl of your pelvis. If this already feels like enough, then stay here. If you'd like to come into a forward fold, you can reach your arms up and over, taking the padded parts of the fingers to touch the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, crawl the fingers forward and bow the chest. Using the breath in the same way we did with that other forward fold. So on each inhale, you focus on lengthening and lifting the chest, lengthening the back and lifting the chest. And on the exhale, that's where the hinge from the hips comes and the bow of the chest comes. Until you reach your limit and you drop your head and you focus on the breath. Inhale to gently bring yourself back up. Bring your legs in. Let's pop the hands behind, bend the knees, and windscreen wiper the legs from side to side. And then just like that, it's time for Shavasana already. So find what you need to be comfortable for our final relaxation. Spread the legs wide, the arms wide, and relax back on your backs. Take any last wiggles or wriggles before resolving to remain in stillness. And then close your eyes. And with every inhale, focus on the top part of your body. So the face, the chest, the belly, the tops of the thighs, the tops of the knees, the shins, the tops of the feet. And imagine that with every inhale, there's a sense of lift and lightness in these parts of the body. And then with the exhale, specifically focus on the back body. So the back of the head, backs of the shoulders, backs of the arms, backs of the legs, the heels. And with each exhale, feel a sinking down through the back body. Inhale, the front part of the body is light and lifts. Exhale, the back part of the body is heavy and grounds down. Gently start to deepen your breath. As always, if you have the time and you want to stay here, just close down your device and relax back in your Shavasana. I'm a big believer in giving ourselves permission to rest. But if you do need to get on with your day, then start to gently bring movement in by wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And in your own time, you can come curled up in a ball to one side, perhaps making a little pillow with your arm or your hand. And take a few deep breaths on your side. And then finally, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered, prop yourself up to a seated position, bringing the palms together at your chest in prayer. And take a moment here to feel the physical edges of your body. So notice the parts of the body that touch the floor. Notice the top of your head. Notice all the edges that are in your body. The shoulders, tips of the fingers. And check in with how you feel. So when we started, we asked our body how it felt, how our mind felt. Has anything shifted? Does everything feel a bit like it did at the start? How is everything feeling? No judgment, just observation. Then take a full inhale through the nose. A sigh out the mouth. And blink the eyes open. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed your practice. I'll be here again Monday, Tuesday, Friday, same time, 12:30 for a half-hour slot next week. So yeah, see you then if you can make it. And thanks for coming today. Let me know if you've got anything you want to work on in specifically, and I can pop it in the classes. Bye bye.